Listen, you already know what it is. Brandon Miller, B. Millie. This dude is the truth and a half. Listen, the Charlotte Hornets made an unbelievable pick. You know, a lot of people was trying to throw out Scoot Henderson, and okay, Scoot had a good game, this, that, and the third. But at the end of the day, the Charlotte Hornets made the right pick. Not only that, but I've seen enough. I've just seen it all. I'm ready to just come out and tell you that Brandon Miller is already proven that he's going to be a go-to scorer next season alongside a healthy Lamelo Ball. I'm expecting Brandon Miller to take that jump. You understand? Everybody, all of it, when it goes down to uh, Bill, when it goes down to KD, when it goes down to PG, everybody acknowledges LeBron. You understand? They know he gonna be one of the ones. You understand? And ladies and gentlemen, you gonna have LaMelo Ball at the ones and twos, and Lord knows what else they're gonna have alongside of them. Even a pick. We're gonna break it all down, man. It's Flight Sports. You know I had to bring the chief representing Tribe Sports Media.
Yep.
He's going live too. You don't want to miss it. If you're listening right now, he might be live. So you better go check out Tribe Sports Media. Chief, what's the deal? What's your thoughts on Brandon Miller, this offensive assassin? Talk to the people about his progression as this season is on its way to an end.
Man, you know, with all the madness that's been going on in Charlotte, this is a great this here, bro. It's like you have a player now where teams next year will have to pick their poison. I've said this on Tribe Sports Media. I'll say it here. Brandon got tried by Fireflight, which was good. Brandon had the attention of defenses on him after a while. It went away from Miles and went over to Brandon, right? Teams began to game plan against Brandon this year, a rookie, right? That's how good he is. Teams had to account for Brandon Miller now, right? So when you have that type of thing going on and he's adapting to it game by game, you know what I'm saying? So you get that type of education and seasoning from Brandon Miller this year. And you put that now, which leveled him up a little quicker than it would have been had LaMelo been there, because the focus would have been on LaMelo. But because LaMelo was injured, the teams had to focus on Brandon Miller. You know, they were starting off Miles, but they began now to shift over to Brandon. So now you go into next year, Flight, where you have a leveled up Brandon Miller with a healthy LaMelo Ball, two players that must be accounted for. You got something special in Charlotte. You got something special in Charlotte, Flight.
Absolutely. Well, what's your thoughts on Brandon Miller? Like I said, he's just coming off 32 big buckets, you know, going toe to toe with guys like Paolo, who's a bona fide all-star, face of the franchise, number one option for the Orlando Magic. What's your thoughts on Brandon Miller going toe to toe with guys like Paolo? And players like that, because they're all pretty much going to be vying for that same spot. You understand, especially at the wing position. I think Miller gonna have something to say about Mr. Paolo out there in the Eastern Conference. Wait till he get his wings up behind him, like Paolo got his. But go ahead.
Brandon Miller said, "I'm going to work on." Brandon Miller said, "I'm going to be in the weight room this summer." That's what he said. Not only for Paolo, for Tatum. You know, Tatum ain't gonna be for Tatum in Boston. That's who we coming at. That is who he's preparing for, bro. In this East, Paolo, Tatum, Wagner, you know, and some of the and some of the rest of them, you know, whoever it may be, on whatever team it may be, because his game is so smooth. You know, it's an easy game. Like it's not. I'm not saying that it's easy. But he has one of those easy games. You know what I'm saying? It is an easy game like Paul George. You know, I would dare some would say blasphemy. I said even shades of KD, bro, and some of the moves he's made. You know, he'll get to a spot and just shoot over you. That's what Brandon Miller would. He would just get to a spot and shoot over you. And because he's worked with the shot doctor there in Charlotte, they adjusted his release just a little bit. And his release is quick and he's tall, 6'9". He may go to 6'10" with that type of pulling up from threes, well, deep threes, not just line threes. He's pulling up deep threes. What? So Brandon Miller is a problem, bro. He's a problem. And you got that with a Lamelo Ball, the generational one of the a generational point guard, Mr. One-on-One himself. You got those two together on one team. What? Yes, and as long as they put other good players around them, Charlotte is going to be an issue, bro, next year. You heard it here. You heard it here.
Yeah, absolutely, man. There's so much news going on right now. With Charlotte potentially, possibly getting another pick. At the end of the day, we got a new situation. There's going to be a new coach here, Chief. How does this? Like I said, I don't want to continue to sound like a broken record, but I think it's hope next season, Chief. I mean, we didn't have Miller last year. That's another dynamic in place. And he is going to evolve, you understand, along with what they bring in. It's not just what they have alongside Melo anymore. It seems like if they could get, obviously, Melo back healthy, you have an evolving Miller. We didn't even get the Mark Williams.
Right.
Lord knows what they could put alongside of them, along with this pick. And they just made a big move, and the pieces fit. How do they realistically look? I say they right in the mix down there in the playing with some of these other teams. I think as long as you got Melo healthy, it's going to be a puncher's chance. What do you think?
They asked Grant Williams in an interview, Sam Farber, the mouthpiece for the Charlotte Hornets, directly asked Grant Williams directly, what is it going to take for the Hornets to turn around? And Grant Williams' answer to him flat was a summer. He said, all we need is a summer together. That's what Grant Williams said. We just need a summer together. That's what he said. So you got a veteran, young veteran, in Grant Williams, who's been through the fights, who's been to the NBA Finals, who's kind of a voice in that locker room, right? He's the voice. That locker room belongs to him and Miles, with Grant being more the out front guy in that locker room. So you have Grant Williams there to be that vet, to be that enforcer, so that if someone tried to knock Lamelo down next year or Brandon, Grant was going to be in their face, bro. Grant is not going to let that happen. There's someone that can set good screens and teach others how to set good screens and everything. Grant can teach Mark Williams how to make the call and be the anchor of the defense. Plus they got a top pick this year, to add into the mix of what they have. They upgraded. They got Trey Mann. They got Poku, man. They got Poku Chinsky there. We'll see what they can do with Vasa, but they got Poku. They got the Latvian laser there. I mean, so now, in my opinion, they need a young. I hope they don't go for a retread. I'm hoping they go for a young, dynamic coach, a coach that's hungry, not one that's been around and I can do this. A hungry, dynamic coach to go with those dogs in Charlotte.
That's right, man. Make sure you hit the like button and most definitely hit the subscribe button. The Chief is about to go live. Check out Tribe Sports Media. Peace and love. You already know.